to my channel code GV. In this video, let's see an example on spring dependency injection. Okay, so let's move to the Eclipse to write the code for example on spring dependency injection. Okay, so now one interface with name payment service. Okay, so in this interface, let's define one method. Let's declare one method, which is an abstract method, name process payment. Okay, let's define one single method with a name process payment. Okay, so let's start void process payment. Fine. Okay, save the code. Okay, so the purpose of this interface is to provide a contract for classes that implement it. Okay, any class implementing payment service must provide an implementation for the process payment method. Okay, so the method process payment is abstract, means it doesn't have a body. Okay, the concrete classes implementing the interface must provide their own implementation for this method. Okay, fine, friends. Friends, let's move on in our code. So here I have one more class with name PayPal payment service. Okay, so let's implement the interface payment service, this interface which we have uh, defined earlier. Okay, so let's implement this interface payment service uh, in this class PayPal payment service. Okay, so let's write implements public class payment PayPal payment service implements payment service payment service. Okay, save the code and click on add unimplemented methods. Fine. So friends, this is the method which we have defined in our interface payment service. Okay, so let's implement this method specific to PayPal payments processing. Okay, so let's add one print statement in this method. Let's pass the message as processing payment using PayPal. Okay, processing payment using PayPal. Right, save the code. Okay, friends. So what we have done, first of all, we create a class with name payment service. And in this class, we define one single abstract method with name void process payment. Later on, we create class with name PayPal payment service. And in this class, PayPal payment service, we implement the interface payment service. And later on, we implement the method process payment. Okay, which will print the message processing payment using PayPal. Okay, friends. So friends, let's move to our next class, which is shopping service. Okay. So in this class, let's define one instance variable with name private payment service, and the name of the instance variable will be payment service in small letters. Okay, which will hold a reference to a payment service implementation. Okay, so let's write code for that. Private name of the class is, sorry, uh, sorry friends. Okay, fine. The name of the class is payment service, which we have defined earlier. Okay, so let's write that private payment service. Correct the spelling, and the variable instance variable name is payment service. Here our p is small. Okay, which means both are not same. Okay, this is the instance variable name, and this is the class name which we have defined earlier. Okay, payment service, add semicolon. Fine, save the code. Now friends, let's add a constructor. So right click, source, generate constructor using fields. Click on generate. Okay, public shopping service, payment service, payment service. Fine, save the code again, and let's talk about this constructor. So this class has a constructor. uh, this is our constructor, that which takes a payment service as a parameter. Okay, uh, this is an example of dependency injection. Fine, promoting loose coupling. The class relies on an abstract. This is the payment service class. Okay, which is the interface rather than a specific implementation. Okay, fine friends. This is our interface we have defined earlier. Okay, now we are working on class shopping service. Fine. So let's move on in our code. Now let's define one more method. One method in this class with name checkout. Okay. Let's write code public void checkout constructor method body, and let's call the method process payment. Okay, setter method, this is now friends, let's invoke the method process payment on the field payment service. Okay, so let's write code for that payment. Let's write the name of the field payment service. Okay, payment service, and call the method process payment. Right. So what we have done here, we have invoked the method of process payment on field payment service. Okay, fine. So friends, this method is called on the abstraction uh, uh, interface, which is payment service, and the actual behavior is determined by the concrete implementation injected during the object creation. Okay, fine. Uh, Friends, let's talk about more this constructor. Okay, so this constructor initializes the payment service field with the provided payment service uh, implementation, that which is known as the constructor based dependency injection, a way to inject dependency into a class. Okay. So friends, now let's move to our next class, which is app config. Okay. In this class, let's define two beans with name payment service and shopping service. Okay. So let's proceed. Public name of the bean is payment service, and the method name is payment service. P is small here. Okay. Method signature, method body, which will this method will return new pay, return new pay payment service. Fine. Add semicolon here. Now friends, here use the annotation bean. So at the rate bean and press Control 1 and import the bean annotation. Right? Save the code. Okay, friends. Now let's create one more bean with name shopping service. Okay. Shopping service, and the method name is shopping service, where s is small and the parameters are payment service, payment service, where p is small. Okay. Which will return new, shopping service and payment service. Okay. And annotation bean. And friends, save the code. So what we have done here, friends. So friends, here payment service returns a new instance of PayPal payment service. Okay. And the shopping service returns a new instance of shopping service with payment service injected. Okay. Fine, friends. Now friends, let's come into main method and initialize the Spring contest using the app config class, using the class name app config. Okay. So let's write code new annotation, config application context. Okay. App config dot class. Fine. And let's come into left side. Write the name of the class application contains context and the instance name context. Import the class application context by pressing Control 1. Okay. Select the import application context. Okay, fine friends. Save the code. And now friends, retrieve the shopping service bin from the context. Okay, we have missed one import, so let's import. Okay, fine. Now let's move on. Now retrieve the shopping service bin from the context. Okay, so let's do write code for that. Context, call the method get bin, get, select the method from the list, add the method here, shopping, sorry, class name, shopping service, and class. Save the code, come into left side, write the class name, shopping service, and the instance name is shopping service where S is small. Okay, fine. Save the code. Now friends, call the checkout method on instance shopping service. Fine. So let's write code shopping service dot, all the select the method checkout. Okay, from the list. Save the code. Friends, here we have done with our code. So this is the manual approach for running our example of Spring dependency injection. Okay, so let's copy this code into our Spring Boot application, and the name of the class is Spring dependency injection example application. Okay, so friends, this, if you copy the code from this class app config to our application Spring Boot, okay, which will start application and run our manual class as well. Okay, so let's copy this code into this class, into main method of this application. Okay, save the code and copy the bins as well. Okay, copy the bins as well. Okay. And friends, save the code. Now friends, it's time to get output to the console. Let's run our application. We have created the example of Spring dependency injection here. Okay, let's run both the classes app config and Spring dependency injection example. Okay, so first of all, let's run this class. So friends, now you can see that our application is started with output processing payment using PayPal. So this class, this is our Spring Boot. Our Spring Boot application has started with output processing payment using PayPal. Okay. And now if we run our run this class now, this is our manual class. We will get the output as only the output as only the output as processing payment using PayPal. Okay. So let's run this class as well. Fine, friends. So now you can see that the output is processing payment using PayPal. Fine. Okay, friends. So friends, this is I'm going to run again this class. Okay, fine. So friends, this is all about how to create the Spring dependency example, Spring dependency injection example. Okay. So please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel Code GV. Please help to grow my channel. Please add value to my videos by subscribing to my channel. Keep coding, happy coding. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you once again.